regardless of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, regardless of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. City so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, girls of your day. Good morning, Frederick, rise and shine.
I'm Madison Silver. I'm with Fortress Foundation Solutions, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Ah, yes, we got her. We got her last night. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Thursday, September 5th, and I'm your host, Dani Gurry. Hope you guys are having a great morning already. Let's talk about what we're going to do today. We, of course, are going to talk about our giveaways that we have for you. Also going to go over what's happening in Frederick for events this weekend and early next week, plus ones you're going to want to mark on your calendar that are coming up very soon. I chat with Rebecca Layman from the Mental Health Association today. Oh, I knew that was going to be a great interview, and it was. I found out so many things they do that I wasn't aware of. Scott Blecman from Learned Doctors and Made for Meteors sat on the couch and chatted with me. Really cool person from Frederick. And Dallas Smith from Tech Doctor and V2 Systems is here today. All right, subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. Pretty please. We'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of September. All you got to do is ask a friend, hey, have you subscribed to Good Morning Frederick yet? And you can tell them all about it if they don't already know. I want to welcome all the new subscribers we've had join us on YouTube and other platforms as well. If you're wondering what this show is all about or why it even came about, look, I just thought Frederick needs its own show. We're a great town. I like to highlight all the fantastic people. We have a great community. We've got great businesses and nonprofits, and there's a lot of fun stuff happening that you might not know about. And I'd like to bring those all to light. So that is why Good Morning Frederick was started. Don't forget about the podcast. If you're in the car or maybe working around the house, you can put it on your Alexa or your Google Home. It's on Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeart, and other platforms as well. Also, you can pick up your 100 show Good Morning Frederick shirts. They're at the home of everything Frederick. The shop is open Thursdays to Sundays, and proceeds of all sales from now through December will be donated to Christmas Cash for Kids. So in August, I think my proceeds were $88. So I'm going to start to keep a tally of all of our proceeds each month from sales and put my money where my mouth is, for sure. Speaking of nonprofits and helping to raise money, we are collecting for Sleep in Heavenly Peace. If you've not heard about this nonprofit in Frederick, they build twin beds, either standalone or bunk beds, so no child in Frederick is sleeping on the floor. Now, when a family gets a new bed, it comes with brand new bedding, and that is what we are collecting. twin-sized sheets, blankets, comforters, pillows, etc. Okay? Now, you can drop off your new items to the home of Everything Frederick at 401 North Market Street when the shop is open, or if it's easier, just donate via one of those links below. So Venmo, you've got my Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and Zelle. If you send me $20, I will put it all together. I'm going to start scouring for clearance sales and things like that, and I'm going to fill that bin by the end of the month because they are having a huge bed build coming up. I thought I saw on their social media in just about a week and a half. So they're going to be building a ton of beds, which means they're going to need a lot of bedding. So we want to help them in that part of it. The building is the hardest part, right? So if the rest of us can just donate $20 or so, we'll be able to get a number of new sheet sets, comforters, blankets, pillows, etc. All right? And thank you to those of you who've already texted that you have some that you want to drop off. I really appreciate it. And of course, the children of Frederick County appreciate it as well. Nothing better than seeing kids who have not had their own bed get their own bed, for sure. And if you want to help out, check out Sleep in Heavenly Peace Frederick County. You can find them on social media. All right, let's get this Thursday going. Of course, Good Morning Frederick would not be here without our amazing supporters with sponsors and advertisers. Like, we help you move, whether you're moving across the street or somewhere around the country. Nicholas and his team of moving experts can make the whole thing easy. They can even provide the boxes. They can pack you up if you want, or you can pack up and they can just come pick up the boxes and move them to where you're going. We Help You Move is veteran-owned and a huge supporter of the Frederick community. We love when local businesses give back. It is a fun, amazing cycle that happens. You can find more information at wehelpyoumove.com, or you can find them on social media. And when you see somebody on social saying, hey, who do you recommend? You can say, Good Morning Frederick recommends We Help You Move for all your moving needs. All right, got a few giveaways that we'd love to give to you. How about 4 daily admission passes to Gaver Farm? It is that time of year. Pumpkin patches, corn mazes, petting zoos, all that fun stuff. You can feel the chill in the air in the mornings and in the evenings now. It is coming faster than we'd probably like. The Fall Fun Fest at Gaver Farm is open now. You're going to want to check their website for hours and information. Or how about a Jack Pass to the Great Frederick Fair? This gets an admission into the fair plus an all-you-can-ride wristband. You can use that all-you-can-ride wristbands even on days when they don't sell them. So if you want to go on Kids Day or anything like that, you're going to be able to do that with your Jack Pass. And if you purchase Jack Pass before the fair opens, which is next Friday at 5 p.m., you have to purchase online before Friday at 5 p.m. and get your Jack Pass. You're going to save some money when you do it. You're going to save on your admission and your all-you-can-ride wristband, okay? And we're going to talk lots more about the fair because it does start in a week from tomorrow. 5 Maryland Lottery scratch-offs. You're going to text MDL. And, of course, you can head to mdlottery.com for all the available games. And, of course, you want to play responsibly. And Tree Trekkers, a 3-hour adventure ticket You're going to text the word tree to get that, and that is a pass that's good for the rest of the season, which I believe is through November. I got to double check that. Maybe October, early November, maybe. You can enter 24 hours a day. You can text that text line. You can text me messages, send me events, send me a picture of you and your dog. It's all good. 888-465-2944. 888-465-2944. I'd love to hear from you on that text line. I don't answer right away typically because it's not a text that actually comes through on my phone. So you just have to be patient. Okay, boy, we have a ton of events happening in Frederick this weekend and next week, and actually pretty much through the beginning of November. So you can rest assured there is something going on for everyone. Let's talk about it right now. Happening in Frederick is sponsored by Taco Bar. It is Birria Thursday at Taco Bar. They are in West Point Plaza, which is on Route 40. It's kind of as you go up toward alternate 40. Birria, if you've never had it, is the slow-cooked shredded beef, and it is served a variety of ways. It is delicious. When you get them in a taco with some cheese and you get that consomme, it's the juice of the broth. Oh my gosh, so delicious. And you can get a ton of different things. Pizza birria, torta birria, they even have birria fries and more. Remember, birria is only available at Taco Bar on Thursdays. You're going to check tacobar1.com if you need more information on that. All right, the best calendar in all of the land is right here at promocircus.com, which is the name of the company I founded in March. I do a lot of marketing support, social media. I'm an MC if you need one for an event, but I also have the calendar of events listed on this page. And so it's where you can always go to find the information. I mean, if you look at these numbers each day, here today, 41 more than what you can see here. Saturdays, look, 75 more. Every day and weekend, especially Wednesdays through Fridays, more than 50 events a day in Frederick. You can never say there is nothing to do. Now, you may not want to go to everything that is happening every day, but there are some events that I can guarantee you did not know were happening, because I can tell you there are some I had no idea that were happening. All right, so I've taken the events from most of the main calendars like the Weinberg, Visit Frederick, Downtown Frederick Partnership, Celebrate Frederick, and I've compiled them all in one place. Now, do I have every single event known to man? No, because I'm one person, and sometimes it's hard for me to find them. So if you see an event that should be included in this calendar, please send it to me on social media. You can message it to me. You can email it to me at everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. You can text it to me at 888-465-2944, however you want to, okay? Get it to me, and I will get it on this calendar. And if you're hosting an event and you want me to talk about it, well, I can do that too. It's a nominal fee, just $25. I'll do it for 5 days, or $40 for 10 days. That is a bargain, let me tell you, because over 1,500 people watch every single one of these shows. So if you want to reach those people for a nominal fee, we can do that. All right, let's talk about today. Today is a wonderful day. Weather is going to be gorgeous. And I got to tell you, we're heading straight to Country on the Creek. I'm going to be stopping by Andy Webb's show at South Mountain Creamery at 3 o'clock. I will be there pretty much right at 3. Going to chat with Andy Webb today at South Mountain Creamery, say hello. Then I'm headed straight down to talk to Tim May, who is broadcasting live for WFMD right in front of Sweeties. I'm not sure what it is about that company and the ice cream shops on Carroll Creek, but I think they might have something good going there because that's where we are headed. We're going to chat with Tim May this afternoon, probably about 3:30 or 4 o'clock. And then we are headed, friends and I, and a bunch of us are headed to Alive at 5 tonight. I've hardly been. I think this will maybe be my third Alive at 5 this season, which is kind of sad, to be honest. But tonight is Special Delivery Band. They are a lot of fun, and it's going to be a great night. So if you are 21 and up, please come on down. I'd love to see you at Alive at 5, 5 to 8, Carroll Creek. You do need your ID. $6 to get in, $6 beverages once you arrive, plus food trucks and a lot of fun. And pretty much half of Frederick is always there. So there you go. And I have a feeling it's going to be very, very busy tonight. So get there as early as you can. Hopefully the line moves quickly. I do say that is one of the things about Alive at 5, that they got to figure out how to more quickly get people through that gate. There should not really be much of a line at all because it's limited time. Anyway, so that's where we'll be tonight. But if that's not for you, there is Poorhouse Trivia at X Golf tonight, 6:30. You can check that out. I still haven't been into X Golf yet. I'm going to have to go check them out. Or you can hang out at 10th Ward and listen to some jazz. They do jazz every Thursday, 7 to 9 p.m. You can check that out as well. And if you want something different, how about some line dancing at the American Legion in Thurmont? I really need to head up there one time, too. I think that would be a lot of fun to learn some of the line dances that are the hip happening ones. You can check that out. Tomorrow, I should have on here that it is my birthday. Okay? Tomorrow is my birthday. I really don't have anything special planned for the show tomorrow or anything at all, but it is going to be a fun time. I am going to be headed to Benstown tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a minute. But there are a lot of great events happening tomorrow. How about Adulting 101? College essays for the desperate and confused. If you've got a senior this year who has to write a college essay, this might be great for them. This is happening at Middletown Public Library, 3:30 tomorrow, where they're going to help. Jill Constantino is a writing consultant and former Harvard writing lecturer. Holy cow. So if you want some A+ help, that might be a good place to get it for your college, your high school senior. Or you can head, we talked about this yesterday, Barnyard Band and Booze with the Amish Outlaws. You got to check to see if tickets are available. You do need tickets for that. That's at Green Meadows Petting Farm. And how about movie night? A local filmmaker screening is 7 o'clock tomorrow. And that is the Frederick Arts Council. And you can check that out. That seems very cool, too. There's so many things I'd love to go to. And actually, I should have put on here Benstown at 8 o'clock. I'm going to add it. Benstown tomorrow night is really great, fun party band called $20 Profits. I had them play at the Low Key Fest that our Key City Rotary had earlier this year in May. Really fun, great guys, and looking forward to seeing them. I got to make myself a note. Add to calendar. All right. Saturday. My gosh. Saturday is First Saturday, okay? At noon, you want to head. There's two places, of course. Troy Fest is going to go on all day, noon to 8, okay? Get your tickets for Troy Fest. Even for some reason, if you don't make it, it's a great donation to that organization, which is going to give us music scholarship. Now, weather is actually looking better than it was earlier this week. They're calling for only morning showers, I think. So, fingers crossed for all of the outdoor events, including Troy Fest happening on Saturday. It's going to be a great event with music all day, and I'm telling you, by the time Ja Works hits the stage, it's going to be a great evening. And they have a huge pavilion, so if you do get out there early and it's sprinkling or it's still a little wet, you can stay dry under the large pavilion. They've got you covered literally there, all right? But I am going to be at First Saturday for a bit tomorrow, noon to 2. Okay, Shannon and Tara have organized these adorable crafts. You can have your kids come make these cute little pencil cases. They can put stickers on them. They can decorate them. There's also a little fall craft, I think, with a pumpkin, it looks like, or scarecrows. So we're asking people to register. It is free to attend, but we want to make sure we have enough supplies for everyone. So if you head to the calendar, click on September 7th at noon, you'll see it, First Saturday Fun. You want to click on that and just register if you have kids you want to bring. We'd love it. It is free. We have a great time on First Saturday. You could bring by your new twin sheet sets, maybe a pillow or blanket. We'd love that too. Or you can come pick up your Good Morning Frederick merch to help Christmas Cash for Kids. You can even just buy a magnet or a sticker. I love it. That's fine. Also, Saturday, tons of live music happening. I've got some of them listed. There is a bouquet and bubbly workshop at the Frederick Floral Bar happening starting at 5. You can check the WVU watch party if you're a Mountaineers fan at the Orioles Nest. That starts at 6. Sky Stage concert series, Joe Keys and the Late Bloomer Band. That looks like a lot of fun. I haven't been to a concert at Sky Stage. It's kind of on my list of things I'd love to do. You can check that out. And of course, there is that free family drive-in Elemental. And it does, again, look like the evening is going to be nice and clear. So you shouldn't have anything to worry about there, okay? Then on Sunday, you want to join me at 1 p.m. for game day at Benstown. Mama Cone, Ash, and I are going to be there with some friends. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to watch the games. There's a ton of TV screens there, and they have some new specials. How about a mix and match beer bucket? You get 5 domestic classics, imports, and draft beers for only $15. You cannot beat that anywhere. I love it. Mix and match beer buckets, just $15. Plus, they have new football bites. We are going to be trying all of these. I'll be going live while we're there as well. I'm going to do a couple reels as well. Half dozen smoked wings for $10. They've got nachos for $8. Smoked Parmesan fries. Ash is going to hate those. He doesn't like Parmesan. Mama Cone and I love Parmesan. Can't wait to try those. And then they have the shared Southern Slider Platter, which has 6 sandwiches on it. 6 sliders. I'm going to try that out as well and let you know how that goes. But if you're looking for a cool place to watch the games, come to Benstown. We'll be there at 1 o'clock. This Sunday. Also, it is Coach Ball game is at Lotes Park from 3 to 6. Now, you have to register your 5 to 12-year-old. Get them registered. Coach Ball game, who's James Lowe. If you remember, we interviewed him a while ago. You can check him out. He's got some really great ideas about the game of baseball and how it's more important to learn things like kindness during the game. And I think that those are wonderful attributes that our young athletes could have. And I think the kids would have a great time. And again, Sunday looks beautiful. And if you're looking to sign up for a library card, you can do that Sunday afternoon at 3 o'clock at Brunswick Branch Library. They have a library card sign-up story time. And you can check that out as well. All right, coming around Monday evening, I would love for you, if you've got kids in Frederick County Public Schools, I am doing a town hall. Every Monday that I have a candidate who wants to come and talk to the people, We're going to be doing it at the home of Everything Frederick, Monday evening, 5:30 to about 7 o'clock. This Monday coming, we have Colt Black. He will be there and answer your questions. Now, I'm going to be streaming live, hopefully, to every place we normally go. We haven't done that for a while, so remotely. So we're going to try it. But hopefully I'll be able to take your questions. But if you have a question you would like for me to ask, please let me know. Actually, I'll probably put a post out later today to take your questions that we can ask all the candidates when we talk to them. Every Monday evening from now, and I think it goes to October 2nd, we will be chatting with the candidates it's very important to understand who is going to be elected to the Board of Education, okay? All right, let's also talk about, I talked about that, pencil case, I talked about Benstown. How about September 12th? Not too far away, next week, September 12th is Thursday. We want you to get your tickets for the Cozy Castle Tea and Home Tour. Now remember, Cozy Castle is our friend Karen Hillman. She's doing a tour and tea for guests. Now, it is like you have your own slots, so you get one-on-one time to understand a little bit more about Karen's creativity, what she does there. You get a tour of the home, which is gorgeous. You get tea and cookies in the garden. So you get your own slot. There are 6 slots available. She is donating a portion of the proceeds to Christmas Cash for Kids as well, which we love. So if you want to check that out, they are right on Old National Pike in Imesville. It's a gorgeous house. You're going to love it. If you want to get your creativity revived, that is where you need to go, okay? And then I'm going to tell you about, I know I keep just saying it, but October 5th is the Key City Foundation 5K Fun Run, okay? The discount code, if you want to register, okay? Good Morning Frederick 5K 2024, GMF 5K 2024 saves you 10% off your registration. I want to get these guys to 200 runners this year, okay? They've had just about 100 in all the years they've had it, and I really want to get them to 200. These guys, we're going to have Nick on the show. I think he's coming up on Monday, okay? We're going to have him on the show on Monday to talk about this organization. Now, they help kids who want to play lacrosse. And if you've never seen lacrosse, or if your child has never played lacrosse, let me just tell you, it is an amazing sport. I absolutely love it. Perfect for girls and boys. Let me just tell you, these kids get so fit from running, and it is a game of skill and strategy, and it is so fun as a parent. And the games, when they're youth, are fast-paced, moving, and you're going to love it. And they provide sticks and balls and equipment and everything the kids need to play. Kids literally need to just show up. But they can't do it without your help, so we want you to participate in their Oktoberfest 5K Fun Run, okay? And we're saving you a little bit of money while you're doing it. All right. Again, if you have an event you want included on the calendar, just email it to me, text it to me, tag me on social, okay? And I would love to highlight your event on the show. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then Rebecca Layman from Mental Health Association is here. Scott Blecman from the Learned Doctors and Made for Meteors local bands. He's here as well. And Dallas Smith from Tech Doctor and V2 Systems. All of that is coming up right after this.
Real estate goddess, yeah.
one thing about this show that I love is highlighting the organizations that are doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by CK Nails, your full-service nail and spa salon, offering manicures, pedicures, facials, waxing, eyelash extensions, and more. Combo Gel Manicure is free with any pedicure in September. That's a great deal. Go to cknailsfrederick.com where you can get pricing, book your appointment, and see a full list of services. They're located right off Christopher Crossing, which actually extends to Monocacy Boulevard. Pretty much accessible from any part of Frederick easily. cknailsfrederick.com. I got the chance to sit down with Rebecca Layman, who is the acting executive director of the Mental Health Association here in Frederick, and I'm so glad I did. They have so many wonderful programs to assist people 24 hours a day, and I knew it, but I didn't know enough. So I was happy to learn more, and trust me, this will not be the last time we chat with them. Here's Rebecca. I am at Mental Health Association with Rebecca, and I'm so excited about this because this role for me has given me an opportunity to really learn about a lot of our nonprofits, what you guys do on a deeper level, rather than kind of like, hey, I know you guys handle a lot of things. And the other thing I've come to learn is that a lot of our nonprofits work together.
Absolutely.
So I'm really excited to find out all about the Mental Health Association.
Great. Well, we are a local nonprofit. We will be celebrating our 60th anniversary in 2025.
Holy cow.
And we operate 14 different programs and resources for the community.
Oh, this is exactly why I need to be here. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Our mission statement is building a foundation of good mental wellness, and we do that by preparing resilient children, securing vulnerable families, and facing crises together.
Holy cow, that's a big job.
It is a big job. It is a big job, and especially since COVID, it's gotten even bigger.
Oh, I can tell you from personal experience, yes, that really had an impact on, on my kids. So, so how much of what you do is preventative, and how much of where you spend your time is reactive to things that are happening immediately?
Sure. Well, those programs that help build resiliency in children, we are not born with resiliency, and what we learn is sometimes people need additional help. And so some of those programs, like our Healthy Families Frederick program, was designed to prevent child abuse, where we're supporting new families in understanding developmental milestones, discipline techniques, making sure they're getting connected to pediatricians and additional resources.
Okay.
We also operate CASA, which is court-appointed special advocates that support those kids in foster care, helping those kids find that forever home, but also being a voice for them and providing them with support. So some of that is prevention, in that by stabilizing those young folks, hopefully will prevent some of the mental health concerns that they might have as an adult.
Yes, for sure, for sure. Okay, so lots of different programs that you do in here, and actually even in my short walk from the front of reception to here, I learned all about some of the different programs that you guys have an impact on here in Frederick. Can you put your finger on kind of what would be most urgent, or is kind of everything on fire all the time and it's just kind of like you're dealing with things as they go for Mental Health Association?
You know, I think mental wellness is something we deal with every day.
Sure.
We take care of our physical needs. We walk, we exercise, we eat healthy, we sleep. But mental wellness is something we need to be taking care of. And sometimes we don't have those strategies in place to do that, and that's where MHA steps in. So we see times of transition as very difficult, especially for our young people. Entering school, a change in a season, an experienced struggle or loss. And that's when they might need additional resources like our 24-hour walk-in center. Which is located over at 340 Montague Lane. And that's available to anyone in need of immediate services, free of charge, no appointment necessary.
Holy cow.
We see clients as young as 3 all the way up into their 90s.
Yeah. How do you feel we've done as a culture with the stigma of, you know, the mental health industry as a whole? Do you feel we've gotten any better, or do you feel like we still have so far to go? Because you feel at times, okay, like we're all accepting there's been, you know, huge news stories about
Yes.
people, and, you know, while the tragedies of some of those instances, you would think that raising it to that level to understand that, hey, this affects everybody across, it doesn't matter, rich, poor, black, white, whatever you are. It doesn't discriminate.
Agreed.
And you would think that we would have come further, but how do you feel about it in this industry?
I think we're making strides.
Yeah.
I think certainly COVID really shined a light on our need to all take care of ourselves and our mental wellness. I certainly think those stories in the news of professional athletes, Simone Biles, Michael Phelps, entertainers, those folks reaching out and saying, yes, my mental health is important, I'm going to take care of it, I'm going to seek therapy or additional support.
Right.
And I think our youth have a lot to say. When we're out in the community and we're at Hood College or perhaps an FCPS school where students are coming up and saying, I have a therapist, I take care of myself, I love to journal, or I like to do art to help me feel better. Some of the older generations are a little less open to the idea of seeking resources. So I think we're getting better.
Okay.
There's still a lot of work to
Sure.
do, and that's where MHA comes in. We need to build advocates in the community.
Yeah.
And so when we can get out in front of different groups, we can say, we need your help. Know about our resources. So when that time comes and you need support or you know somebody who does, you know where to turn to.
Yeah. So tell me about some of these, because we were talking earlier, like it's kind of one of those things that you don't know you need it until you need it, and then you need to know where to go. So number one, people should just come here.
Yes.
Email, phone, website, just to get understanding of support and help, whether you're a parent who has a child or you yourself are going through those issues. But kind of high level, what are the types of things people would utilize the Mental Health Association
I think
for
the
here?
most important things are our crisis services.
Yeah.
Our 24-hour walk-in center, again, which is located now at Montague Lane, available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Crisis specialists are available to support with everything from I'm feeling anxious, overwhelmed. We know that the school has started back up, and kids might be feeling overwhelmed with the additional workload, the change in the schedule. Mom and dad might be feeling a little overwhelmed. It's a place to go and talk and get support and be heard. And it can be as difficult as a difficult relationship and needing support to navigate that, to having thoughts of suicide.
Right.
And I need a safety plan in place.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that you're safe and that you get connected to
Now,
resources.
do you also have a phone line that people can call as well,
We
right?
do. We operate the 24-hour call center.
Okay.
And the most important lines that we answer several. 211 Maryland, which is a connection to resources.
Yep.
988, which is the lifeline, the crisis suicide lifeline, as well as the Frederick County hotline, which is 301-662-22855.
Okay, so I had no idea about 988,
Yes.
number one. I had no idea that existed.
Yes.
Okay, so
So
that's...
that's the old 800 National Suicide Lifeline.
Gotcha.
A year ago, July, it switched over to 988.
Okay.
A year ago? Has it been 2 years?
Yeah.
Recently
yeah.
switched over to a 3-digit dial-up to make it easier
Sure.
for people
Yeah, you
to
want
reach
people,
out.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you think about 911 in an
Yes.
emergency, now 988 if you're having an immediate...
And I think what's important for the community to understand is we don't want you to wait until you're having thoughts of suicide
Yeah.
to call that number. We
Yeah.
want, I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling overwhelmed, I'm not sure where to go.
Yeah.
Dial that number and you'll receive a warm, empathetic listening ear on the other side.
So important.
Yes.
Let me ask you this, because when you're a parent and you have a teenager under 18, it's sometimes very difficult to find counselors, mental health help. Do you guys, I mean, so if they go to Montague Lane, are there resources in place for future therapies? Do you guys recommend people? Do you have kind of regular therapists there? How does that work?
Yeah. So what we have found, there's a lot of private practices in our community that support counseling and therapy. But since COVID especially, there's great wait lists. So if your child is in need of some support and you reach out and it's 6 months, you might need something more immediately. So we encourage folks to come to walk-in.
Okay.
MHA also has an outpatient clinic where we provide counseling and therapy here at our Jefferson Street location.
Okay.
So folks can reach out to us as well. But we always encourage walk-in as a
Sure.
first, because when you go to walk-in, you'll be given a list of resources to follow up with and get connected to. The other nice thing about walk-in is there's a follow-up. So one of our
nice.
navigators will reach out to you a period of time after your visit. How are you
Checking
doing?
in.
Do
Yeah,
you need to
that's
come
great.
back in? Have you been able to get connected to those resources, or how can we help you?
I mean, this is so important. This is so important for our community because it's just we have to all be supportive and figure out how to help people who are struggling at whatever level.
It makes Frederick a bit better community
Sure.
when we're taking care of each other.
Absolutely.
And we also, not only with schools back in place, we have an upcoming election. And that's going to cause a lot of angst and unrest
Yeah.
amongst all of us,
Yeah.
regardless of where you are politically. So we might need to help people process that and figure out how to get
there's so
through
many
it.
things. I
Yeah.
mean, the economy, I know people are struggling. I mean, it's just everything.
Yes.
How can Frederick support what you guys are doing here? What can we do as a community to...
Well, I think number one, be our advocate. Come learn about MHA. We offer tours. We have a website full of information. Reach out, see how you can get involved. We have several volunteer opportunities. We also have our big fundraising event, the Contactin Affair, which is held every spring at the Frederick Fairgrounds. That's a great way to come and be an advocate and support us financially.
Yeah, absolutely. If you could give people just kind of, 3 things to be on the lookout for, whether with a family member or friend, things that might go, maybe I should just reach out and see what we can do to help. Is there anything that you can kind of offer?
I think when there's a change in behavior,
Yeah.
Somebody's becoming a little bit more recluse, maybe not joining in where they used to, becoming a little bit more isolated. We see a lot in our senior population because they're unable to get out and connect with people.
Yeah.
We forget about our seniors. We're so focused on the youth, but the
Yeah.
seniors are people that need some checking in on
Absolutely.
as their life is changing.
Yeah.
I think any change in eating habits, sleeping habits, a little short fused or returning to substances to help medicate themselves,
Yeah.
any of that might be a red flag. We encourage loved ones to reach out to walk-in or to our call center to say, I have somebody struggling and I'm not sure what to
to do
say.
or do.
We
Yeah,
can
yeah.
help give you the language to help
Nice.
navigate that.
Now, we talked a little bit earlier about some of our other nonprofits in the community. So you guys, I think, I think Frederick is amazing.
Yes.
Utilizing all the resources from all the different nonprofits. So I'm assuming you guys do the same, referring to different organizations or getting referrals from other organizations as well.
Absolutely, and one of the things the call center does is we have a huge database of immediate resources that we can share with
Nice.
the community. So if somebody calls in and is dealing with homelessness or being unhoused or food insecurities, we can go right to our database and say, the food bank is available on this day, the rescue mission provides
Right.
meals this day. SHIP is a great resource. We just had some of the SHIP folks in here touring,
Yeah.
learning more about our resources so
Yes.
that they can support those youths that they work with.
All right, awesome. What is the website so people can go and check it out?
It is fcmha.org.
Okay, excellent. Want to thank Rebecca. And we're going to come back because I think this is so important for our community. And I know if it's not affecting you today, you may forget about it. So we're not going to let you forget.
Yeah.
We're going to hopefully revisit very soon Mental Health Association, Jefferson Street. But the most important one is Monteview Lane. If you need help, please go. And they're there for you. So we thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
everything you
Dani.
do. Thank you
Thank
guys
you.
so much for watching. Wow, yes. I'm telling you, I could probably spend a month talking with them every single day with all the programming that is available. But look, if you're struggling, please call 988 or reach out. Go to 340 Monteview Lane for their walk-in clinic. I love that. Quick break, then we're back with Scott from the Learned Doctors and Made for Meteors, and Dallas Smith from Tech Doctor and V2 Systems. All of that is coming up right after this. Don't miss Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, this Wednesday on Good Morning Frederick. From the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves, double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they are right here servicing Frederick County. A&S Construction specialize in roofing and siding. They also do windows, gutters, patios, and decks. Give Sandra a call at 301-703-2157. You can also email her at info@ansconstruction.net. Don't forget, she has offered Good Morning Frederick viewers $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Visit them today if you're even concerned about any roofing issues. You want to get them fixed before the winter and cold weather. And if you need those new windows, now is the time to do it. ansconstruction.net. Okay, let's talk about some cool people here in Frederick. People of Frederick is sponsored by the Great Frederick Fair, starting next Friday, September 13th through the 21st. Boy, there is a lot of stuff happening, and did you know there are tons of free things you can do at the fair? You can even get in free weekdays, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Go have some lunch at the Great Frederick Fair, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Now, parking is not included in that, and there is a special place you have to park. So you're going to want to check that out. I think it's called the Lunch Bunch or something like that. But hey, you can go to I'm telling you, you could eat something different every single day at the Frederick Fair. And every year we have a tradition. We go to Hemp's Meats for dinner. We get our funnel cake. Mine's always plain. My dad and my Banana Bev always get the eclair with toppings and stuff like that. We love that. And we walk around, we check out the animals, and we look at all that good stuff. And now that our kids are older and adults, we don't have to worry about the wristbands and the rides anymore. But you're going to want to buy that Jack Pass. If you've got kids that like to ride the rides, get the all-you-can-ride wristband. Get it ahead of time. You save some money. So go online, thegreatfrederickfair.com. Get your tickets. Jack Pass has to be purchased before next Friday at 5 p.m. All right, Scott plays in one of my favorite party bands, the Learned Doctors, but he's also working on originals with Made for Meteors, who happened to be the People's Choice winner at Battle of the Bands earlier this year, which benefited Boys and Girls Club. All right, let's take a little chat with Scott.
Sitting on the blue couch with Scott from the Learned Doctors. How are you?
I'm well.
And wait, what's the name of the other band?
Made from Meteors.
Yeah, are you still
Yeah.
playing with them a lot?
Yes, so we haven't had a lot of gigs lately. We're
Yeah.
focusing on sort of getting some recording done so
Okay.
that we can share more of our music with people.
Gotcha.
And I'm working on editing like an EPK video for us so we can have something to share with venues because we're
Very
still
nice.
so new that we don't really have a lot of material to
However,
share.
you did quite well in Battle of the Bands.
Thanks. We had an awesome time.
Yeah,
That
it was fun. That was fun. This is really great because I love this band. We go almost everywhere locally that you guys play. You've played at our house. You're playing at our Christmas party.
Yeah.
But I don't know a lot about you, so
Okay.
this is really fun
Good
for
opportunity.
me. Yeah, it
Yeah.
really is good. So how long have you been playing music?
Oh man, probably about 20 years now.
Really?
Which makes me feel a little old. And I think, playing like in venues for probably 15.
Okay, so a long
a while
time.
now, yeah.
So what was your first love with music? Do you recall kind of that feeling for you?
Yeah, I think so. Probably around middle school is when I think I really started developing my own taste. I have an older sister, so early in life I was more stuck listening to her music. But
Right.
then, I think around 6th grade I started kind of developing my own taste, and Nirvana was the first band that really like hit me of like, this is awesome,
Okay.
and got me kind of into rock music and made me want to play drums.
Uh-huh.
So that was my first instrument. And then I moved right before high school, so I didn't really know anyone when I started high school, so drums by myself wasn't super fun, so that's really what kind of motivated me to learn guitar.
Okay.
And I started doing that around that point. And then eventually, I think like a lot of bass players, I was in a band that needed a bass player,
There you
so
go.
I made the switch at that point, and I just fell in love with it. And
Yeah.
that's what really stuck.
I mean, I guess similar to drums, the bass leads the whole band, right?
Exactly.
So you're the
That's what gets the booty shaking.
Yes, that's
So-
right. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So where did you grow up?
So I was in Columbia early in my life, and then moved to Mount Airy
Okay.
right before high school. Went to Linganore High School,
All right.
FCC for a little bit. Then I was down in Baltimore going to Towson, and now I live in Finksburg, which is Carroll County area near Westminster.
Not too bad. Very cool. What's the one thing you love, like when you're out playing, with the Learned Doctors? What is kind of your love there?
Well, number one, I think for all of us, we just really love executing songs well, and sort of being able to sort of nail it is really fun for us, but also just getting people excited, having fun, seeing people into it, and just really kind of bringing joy to people that, maybe had a rough week or
Right.
whatever, and music is just so powerful in its ability to sort of make you
Yeah.
forget about whatever is bringing you down and just get into the moment. And I
Yeah.
think that's another thing is performers that we kind of get to experience that too, of like we're just in the zone and everything
Yeah.
else kind of fades away in the background for that time.
Yeah. So you're married.
Yes.
Is it true that the guitars get the chicks? Is that what happened?
Well, as a bass player, I would say that they don't necessarily flock to me as much, but yeah, I think growing up, I always heard like guitar, it helps you get women, but I think it's more about personality
Yeah,
than
okay.
anything else. Because if you're shy, it doesn't matter how good a
That's
guitar
right.
you are, you ain't,
That's
you ain't
right.
reeling them in.
And you don't, it's not your full-time gig playing
No.
music yet.
No.
So what do you do full-time?
So actually, I work for a company called Home Delivery Inc. And if
Okay.
you can believe it, we do home delivery.
Okay,
Keep it very simple. So we do final mile for other companies, so like mattress companies, furniture companies. And we specialize in like white glove service, so kind of top notch.
Wow.
So we work for a few companies throughout sort of the mid-Atlantic, Midwest
Okay.
region. So just basically moved into a compliance director role there, which has been pretty exciting.
Gotcha.
Lots to do though.
Yes. Yeah, it keeps you busy, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And I guess this is kind of your release and your escape as well as
pulling
everybody
off
else's.
some steam. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Christian, our guitar player, does music related things full time, and so does Chris, our drummer.
Yeah.
Whether that's teaching, running sound, playing gigs. Probably 5-10 years ago, I was really kind of figuring out, do I want to go that path? Do I want to have a day
Right.
job? And I did experiment to see like how many gigs can I get
Yes.
while doing the day job to see can I really supplement my income. And what I found was it is doable for sure.
Yeah.
But I was honestly more stressed out trying to make things work
Work it
that
out.
way. So I decided also with sort of my wife having more of a 9-to-5 schedule, it just
Yeah.
worked better for me to have the day job and have the music be more of a creative outlet and,
Yeah.
and projects.
Yeah, that's understood. So other than Nirvana, kind of who are your favorites to play?
Okay. Well, I'm a big 90s guy,
Yeah.
as you probably
Yes,
know. But
yes.
I love Stone Temple Pilots. They're one of
Yeah.
my favorites. Red Hot Chili Peppers are great. And then, I like a lot of 70s stuff too. So
Yeah.
like Pink Floyd, Led Zeppelin, all
Yeah,
that good stuff.
yeah.
Now we tend to avoid that with the Doctors and
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of stay a little bit more 80s, 90s, 2000s. We dabble a little bit in 70s, but earlier on in my cover band career, it was pretty much all 70s
Yeah.
was what everyone wanted to
Yeah,
hear, and a little
yeah.
bit of 80s, but the generational shift of who's going to bars has happened. So I think around the time we started the Doctors, we're like, why don't we play that stuff
Yeah.
and the stuff we really grew up on, because those are the folks out in bars.
Yeah,
nowadays,
yeah. How did that collaboration come together? Like, how did you guys meet and all come down?
Yeah, so I used to play in a band around town called Secondhand Ramblers before
Oh,
the
wait, I've
Doctors
heard of them.
started. We used to play a good bit, and we did a Live at 5 a couple times.
Yeah.
And we're at the Cellar Door a lot, JoJo's,
Oh,
that
yeah,
kind of thing.
okay.
So that was going on for a while, and we were playing with an amazing drummer, Matt Kleiss, who he plays with the Doctors probably half the time now.
Yeah.
And so when the Ramblers kind of fizzled out, Matt knew Christian, and Christian had actually done sound for the Ramblers a couple of times, so I
Okay.
knew him. And I think there was like a Thursday night gig at Bushwallers that we needed to fill, so we all just kind of sent each other song lists that we all know, and ended up coming and playing for a few hours at Bushwallers, and we were just like, we got to make this happen.
Kinda cool,
'cause,
yeah, it's
I mean,
kinda
we had
cool.
people coming up to us and asking how long we've been playing together and all this stuff, and I'm like, actually tonight. So
That's pretty good.
So I think we knew that we had something, and we're all kind of low drama, just show
Yeah.
up and have fun and,
Yeah.
and do the work ahead of time to prepare, and I think we all recognized that about each other and clicked.
That's great. That's just kind of like the magic, right?
Exactly.
It's kind of really nice when all that happens.
Absolutely.
Now, there's a song you guys play at sound check
Okay.
every time
Yes.
that we all want you to finish.
Maybe we should finish it
You
sometime.
have to. We all start singing it. We love it. It's just so funny. We know the sound check song.
Yep.
But why? Tell me now what it is.
So listen to the music, of
Listen to the
course.
music, yes.
And it's funny because, we're like, all right, what's a song where we can sort of hear all of our
Change it,
instruments, and then, by the time we get through the first chorus, we can hear all the vocals.
Yeah.
So it's really about us being able to hear the mix on
Yeah.
stage and at all the levels where we need them.
Yeah.
And I think one day we're like, that's a great song.
It
'cause of
is
all
a great
the
song.
harmony,
Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned that, because when we were at Benstown this past weekend and you all were
Yeah.
there, right after we did the sound check and took a few minutes before we got started, I'm like, I think I thought of another song we can do that would work well as a sound check, because we've been doing that for years,
You have.
as you know. So I'm like, maybe Mary Jane's Last Dance, Tom Petty would
that's
be
a
a good one to do.
That's a good one too.
So maybe we'll
then we're gonna want that
listen to
song
music
played.
into
Yeah.
the real set.
You gotta finish it. Is there any place that you want to play that you haven't yet?
So what I'm trying to do right now, Frederick-wise, is I really want to get Made for Meteors into Sky Stage.
Oh.
Because I think that would be a really cool venue for
It
us.
would be cool.
It's small and intimate enough that it's
Yeah.
really good for original music. And
Yeah.
I think with another band or two, we could actually fill the seats there.
Oh, yeah, for
So
sure.
I'd love to get in there.
So let's talk about Made for Meteors. So that is an originals project.
Yes.
And are all of these people in Made for Meteors people you've known and hung out with a long time?
Yeah, so actually 3 out of the 4 of us were in a band together in high school.
Okay.
Called Hybrid Rose back in the day. And unfortunately, the 4th member passed away maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh,
Nick
wow.
Palmisano, great guy. So we kind of drifted apart, and life went different directions for a long time. And about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, the 3 of us had an opportunity to get back together, which is really cool and long overdue.
Yeah.
So we're like, I think we all kind of had that itch for original music, because I mean the cover band stuff is great. I love
Sure.
it. It's a good way to make a little bit of cash and have
Yeah.
a good time. But there's something different about the original music
Sure.
scene that
Yeah.
I think we were all missing. So we got together. And, you know, in the band back in the day, I played guitar and sang, so we had 2 guitars, bass and drums. Our drummer is the one that we lost, and I'm like, drums were my first instrument.
Yes.
Maybe we can jam the 3 of us for now. And then we ended up wanting that 4th piece and to get kind of a lead singer, and actually met Joe via Craigslist.
Oh, wow.
Which is great because he's not a murderer. So
Yeah,
that worked out
I was
really
gonna
well.
say, I can't believe somebody still uses
People
Craigslist
still-
and survive.
I know. That's what everyone's like.
Good news, though.
People
Good
use that
news.
still.
Yeah.
But I mean, he fit right in, and we auditioned a couple of guys, but Joe had sent us some material before he came over to audition, and we're like, unless this guy is like a total weirdo, I think he's got it in the bag. And I mean, I'm telling you, it was like, it feels like we've known each other forever. He just like fit right in and has the personality for it. So that's been really exciting. We have an EP that we put out probably about a month ago with 4 songs. It's called Origins. It's on all streaming platforms. But we're trying to get 4 or 5 more recorded at this point.
Nice.
Because I think for us, it's more about creating than necessarily gigging. While like gigging is something that we definitely want to do and share our music with more people. I think we're focusing right now on sort of refining what we have and putting it into,
well,
you know,
now obviously even verse 5 or 10 years ago, when you can create and put stuff on the internet, obviously you have a worldwide audience, right? The gigging is great, but I mean, if you make a TikTok out of some of the music and people pick up the sound, that can just...
It's crazy.
Really, it's unreal. I think it's amazing that creators now have access to the world. I think it's something that now record labels and big corporations can't control the media. Right? You have this full access that if you're, capable and people like it, and it's a great market research, right? You can put stuff out, immediately get responses from people.
Absolutely.
And that's got to be great as somebody who creates because, the tweaking and the thrill of that, of just getting that feedback.
Oh, and it's right at your fingertips.
Yeah, right
but then
there.
you gotta know your social media to sort of make it in that
Yeah.
environment, which is crazy. Because
Yeah.
before it was sort of just one stream of media.
Yeah.
Before the internet really took off.
Right.
And now it's just there's so many
So
streams
many.
all the time.
So many, yeah,
So you got to
for
cut
sure.
through the noise.
Yes, you do. Well, look, we wish you all the luck.
Thanks.
We'll be watching for you.
Awesome.
Not only with the Learned Doctors, obviously, but I think that, having that outlet for original music is great. How hard is it to write something original?
Man, it depends. And what's cool about our setup is we all kind of contribute different parts. So sometimes it'll be like, hey, I have a song 95% of the way. Let's get it to 100. But sometimes we're just jamming and it's like,
Oh, that
we have
kind of
something
sounded
there,
good. Yeah.
And then we build around that.
Nice.
So,
I've always wondered how people do that because I would constantly be thinking, oh, is this somebody else's song I'm singing or is this somebody else's, whatever? So, very cool.
Yeah, and it's, I think doing most of it yourself is really rewarding and you can really come up with something great, but I think that's much harder, for me anyway, than getting together and sort of forming something collaboratively.
Yeah.
It takes me much longer to write most of a song myself than when we get together and sort of it just flows.
All right. Well, when you have the gig at Sky Stage, you let me know. We'll
Absolutely.
be down there. Look out for Scott, the Learned Doctors, and Made for Meteors out where you are, right?
Absolutely.
So you guys post stuff around and not doctors at all. And I'll just say stepbrothers,
true.
and you can research that and figure out why they are called the Learned Doctors. Scott, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Okay, two things I want to say there. I love Sky. He's great. One, I left him hanging. I didn't realize he'd put his hand out. I wasn't even paying attention to that. And I kept saying made for Meteors. It's made from Meteors. I haven't seen them other than at Battle of the Bands, so I got to get that in my head. Made from Meteors. You can find them on social. And the Learned Doctors, they are playing Alive at 5 October 3rd. I'm going to be out there for that as well. They're a great, fun band. If you've never seen them, you want to check them out for sure. All right, you getting hungry? I got a suggestion. Looking for a great place to eat, and I decided to take my mom to Thai Merrick.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Oh my gosh, it was just so beautiful. You didn't want to eat it. There was a a great presentation, and I tried things I had never tried before. And you walk away just with scrumptious on your mind.
Oh, yeah. So they served us a tea and an iced tea. And none of us are big iced tea drinkers, but it was one of our favorite things, wasn't it?
Oh, it was sweet and light and delicious.
It was. And then the curry puffs, I think they were.
That was one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
It reminded me of something my mother and grandmother used to cook. It was excellent flavor.
Well, if you want excellent flavor, great presentation, I mean to be stuffed, head to Ty Merrick, 1170 West Patrick Street in Frederick, tymerrick.com. Ah, yeah, it's making me hungry, that is for sure. All right, let's talk about who is making our market phenomenal. Market Makers is sponsored by Candles by B&L, a local award-winning, local woman-owned business. They use only the finest ingredients in their soy candles, making sure they're safe for your family, and they smell amazing. Those candle bouquets that you see in those pictures there, they are available at the home of Everything Frederick. Go pick one up. They make great gifts. Each flower is an individual candle that you can burn. It is awesome. And if maybe you're picking up, hey, if you have a gift closet, like I have a gift closet, this is perfect to sit in there. Maybe you forget a teacher's gift, or you have a friend's birthday you forgot about. This is perfect for you. Head to the home of Everything Frederick and pick one up today. Candles by BNL.com. I tell you, you're going to love it, and the jarred candles are amazing. All right, Dallas learned his initial IT skills in high school and has been busy with his own company, Tech Doctor, and also V2 Systems, a company that services businesses around the country. He's got a lot of great tips, too. Let's hear from Dallas Smith. Frustrating than the printer that doesn't talk to the computer, which doesn't talk to the Wi-Fi or the Bluetooth, but there's many people out there that can help you, and Dallas Smith is one of them. Tech Doctor. Dallas, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, of course. So how long have you been in IT?
I've been in IT for going on 22 years now.
Yeah, very good. So I'm certain with all the updates, changes, new programs and platforms, it's keeping you busy. What type of systems or clients do you handle? Are you more small business, or are you residential, or a little both?
I can work with just about anybody. I own and operate Tech Doctor myself. That is my company. It's more geared towards residential and home-based business, those who would have occasional needs. And then I'm also a systems engineer for V2 Systems, which focuses on business clients, those who would have regular needs on a monthly basis. We work on a block hour basis or a fully managed basis. So we essentially become your IT department. So I'm very diverse, agile. I can work with just about anybody.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I tailor my solutions to individually to each person. That's something my clients really like. I don't try and fit a square peg into a round hole. Everything is very individualistic.
Yeah, absolutely. And everybody's kind of got different needs, different devices, and things that they need to access all the time. What areas do you handle? I mean, obviously, I'm assuming if you can remote in, then you can handle somebody anywhere. But typically, are you like Frederick County based or regionally DMV? What is that?
So remotely, I can support anyone with an internet connection. I have quite a few clients that live beyond the DMV, just about every state in the union. I have a 82-year-old lady that used to live in Montgomery County. Now she lives in Alaska.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it's kind of wild. But as far as like going on site, the DMV and then a little bit further out, I've got clients in the West Virginia Panhandle, Southern PA, Baltimore, Montgomery County, PG County, Northern Virginia, going down to Prince William. So I go all over.
What are your top 3 things that you're seeing as, that people should be on the lookout? Do you kind of have a hit list of things that, especially those personal users?
Yeah, so the top 3 things that I would want to focus on, number one, security, absolutely security. Um, when, and that's a rather broad topic, whether it comes to, making sure your antivirus is up to date, and multi-factor authentication, that's really important. It's becoming really important. And another trend that's really on the rise as time goes on is just the pervasive scams that are out there, whether it's trying to scam you out of money, trying to scam you out of information, things like that. There's a lot of touching points to go over on how to protect yourself from getting scammed. The second thing I would touch on is backup. A lot of clients that I see, especially new ones, they don't have a clear backup routine. And when something unfortunately happens, whether it's theft or hardware failure or operating system failure, what have you, and that data is in limbo, that becomes a little bit more of a crisis because there is no backup. So that's something I encourage people to do. And then the last thing is Windows operating system base. So Windows 10 support is going to be coming to a close within the next year or so. So it's going to be important to upgrade to Windows 11. And in some cases, your current hardware may not be Windows 11 compatible. Microsoft has some pretty controversial hardware requirements for Windows 11. They're the most strict ones they've ever enforced in their history. So some people will be dismayed to learn that they may need to upgrade their hardware.
Especially, it's funny. I think the number of years that you could be on the systems previous to Windows 10. I mean, I think you saw people who were hanging on to, oh my gosh, the earliest systems of Windows for 10 years. And now it's like, well, nope, we're not even going to worry about it anymore. So, yeah.
Well, both Apple and Microsoft have gotten very controlling in the environment. They're basically coding out hardware support. It's really quite sad. It's really just a money grab to be honest. And just a funny point on operating systems hanging on. So if you go back a few weeks to that big CrowdStrike outage that hit airlines and other businesses, so Southwest Airlines was not affected because their system runs on Windows 3.1, which is circa 1992.
How is it possible that they're even functioning?
I mean, where there's a will, there's a way. But when Windows 3.1 for the win.
Right? Yeah, I guess. Right. So they're laughing all the way. But Lord.
Well, yeah. I mean, they didn't skip a beat, and I'll even do you one better. So I have a retail contract for Hanes, Bali, and Champion Store. Their system runs on DOS. Literally, I wish I was kidding. I'm not. They run on DOS, and anytime with the AS400 Unix backend, and anytime I have to reload one of their systems, I have to do it from a CD, which that goes back to the 90s.
No kidding. There are people right now that are like, what the heck is DOS? But I do remember the old green screen, and you had to do all your backslashing, and oh my Lord.
Yeah, MS-DOS predates a couple of generations at this point, but that's how they run, and that's what I have to support. So
Yeah.
um,
Well,
that's where experience comes into play. Just being able to know the old school stuff, but then also be agile enough to
yeah.
keep up with the new age stuff.
For the small businesses, are there any particular industries that you like to focus in, or you'll just obviously take any small business who has some computers that need to be maintained?
I mean, we don't discriminate. I mean, we have um, we have clients at V2 that run the gamut. We can support just about anyone. I mean, we've got 9 engineers with over 250 years of experience and 28 industry certifications between us all that range from hardware to Windows operating systems to security and compliance. V2 has a real nice collection of talent, and that's really what we hang our hat on is that experience and that security and compliance that we can bring. We can make your company compliant in CMMC, NIST, SP800. Those are both crucial for working with the government. And we can also get you certified in ITAR, which deals with munitions, then also PCI, HIPAA. We really hang our hat on security and compliance. Few other MSPs rival what we can do there.
That's awesome. Well, look, if there was one thing you wanted people to know about, let's say Tech Doctor right now, what would that be?
I value relationships. A lot of my customers have been with me for a very long time. Will I do the quick smash and grab job? Absolutely. Money is green, but at the same time, I have clients that have been with me for over 20 years, and they've seen me as a individual. They've seen me start a family. I've seen them start a family. I've seen their kids grow up and go to college, and then having to adjust their tech environment around there. That's really what I'd like people to know is, I really value the individual and the long-term relationship over the quick smash and grab job.
Yeah, absolutely. Really appreciate your time today. And wish you all the best in another 20 plus years in this environment, which is changing, I know, every day.
Literally every day. I mean, just about everything in your house is connected to the internet, which is kind of cool, but kind of scary at the same time.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, thanks so much, Dallas.
Thank you, Dani. Have a good day.
All right. Want to thank Dallas for that information. And, everybody needs IT services. Trust me, I live with an IT guy. I know it. All right. Coming up tomorrow's show, Hannah from Eclectic Coffee, Patrick from Sarge Athletics, and Aaron Lawson from United Way of Frederick County talk about Day of Action, which is coming up. Tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Tune in tomorrow. Watch out for some social media posts. I might be asking for some input from you guys for tomorrow's show. Have a great day. Let's get out there and, let's be great, Frederick. I know we can.
From downtown street to